said, we're going to go straight into this. No introductions needed. We're going into this match as we speak.
All right, getting started right here. How you doing, Herman? I mean, I'm excited to see some good matchups here. Dedede versus, ooh, what is that? Bowser Jr. right there? That's Lemmy the Koopa. Is that Lemmy?
That is Lemmy the Koopa, and I'm actually a super big fan of the Zagg. I've had the privilege to commentate like a couple of his matches in the past couple of weeks. I didn't even know who he was beforehand, but now I'm a huge fan. I love this Dedede to go to work. But right now, getting some work done on him right now. Those juggling combos from Lemmy, very potent at early percentages.
He's going for the off-stage game, and he's already gone to back air, and it's already first stock situation down, and Zagg is already down one stock right here. The dash attack in retaliation, and suddenly 30 seconds in, and we're already at 2 stocks of each. What is going on? This is what Smash is all about, Herman. What am I watching right now?
Thank you. That's exactly how I want to come into a commentary block. Literally guns blazing right now. You know, you usually go into a matchup and you kind of feel out neutral for a second, and you kind of like test the waters. No, these guys are going in full blazing right now with their big heavy hits.
This is what I love to see about Smash Bros. I mean, no neutral, just all hits all the time right now, and Zagg is continuing to put up the pressure right now. 73% on Lem right now, and he's being put up against the wall. Gotta watch out for that assumption, of course, that neutral B from the Koopa kid. Not gonna do that much damage, especially with that inhale being able to reflect it. And this is a really fast-paced game already, my goodness.
Absolutely. These are two, not the fastest characters in the world. They are big, heavy characters for a reason. They're gonna live for a while, but as you saw already, early stocks can be taken just as easy.
Of course, they're starting to slow down a bit now. Both are starting to approach that kill percent, but of course, Dedede has that weight advantage at the moment. Ooh, going for an F-smash at that ledge is barely going to avoid it. Good job, Zagg. Just barely keeping his stock right now. The up B, will that take the stock? No, good DI. And the percent lead is evening back out right now.
Honestly, if anyone gets to this point right now, both at the high, scary percentages right now, taking off stage. If he went for a jab there, the jab from Bowser Jr. does kill off the top. Brings up at the ledge. This is the one place I've seen from Zagg and just Dedede in general. You do not want to put yourself at the ledge. That's one of the few things that Dedede absolutely strives at, is that ledge guard game. Keep yourself away as he gets center stage and puts himself into a edge guard situation of his own.
It's going to be interesting to see exactly how he makes use of those Gordos at ledge, and more interestingly enough, how Lem decides to go up at the ledge. But of course, it doesn't matter when you are Zagg, you're Dedede, you're heavy, you're strong, taking that second stock. And 171%, not too uncommon for a Dedede to be living this long as well.
Absolutely, can definitely get frustrating when you have that lead and it's just like it just won't come off, but there you go, he's gonna rip it off from him from center stage no less with a side B clown car. Again, going down to the last stock situation. As I mentioned before, these up airs already doing some great damage already, bringing it back to even essentially.
I mean, we're seeing a more well-paced neutral right now compared to that first stock. Most definitely, but Zagg is finding himself in a dangerous situation. He's gonna air dodge right into that up B, and Lem is gonna take game number 1 here from Zagg.
That is actually crazy. Like, I thought the follow-up was going to come into the hammer. I didn't think the clown car itself exploding was going to take out Dedede.
I mean, you got to see exactly the position of the stage right there. He was on that platform. We saw exactly how much effect that did in that first stock. He jabbed him right on that platform, and that set him up perfectly to get that edge guard back air. And it's very similar to that last stock right there, setting up that Mecha Koopa and getting him off stage once again. So very good stuff from both players so far. Not much of a neutral, more high-paced action, high-paced velocity, really quick stocks. But you know what? This is what I love about Smash. You see so many different levels of styles of play, and you love to see how those different styles clash with one another.
Actually, speaking of clashing styles, again, those are two characters that aren't known for their speed. They're big, heavy hitters. They get their ins when they can't, but they were in each other's face the entire time at that point. Absolutely crazy to see. Definitely like to play. I like when people put a different twist on a character's archetype when they think that, oh, this is how you're supposed to play Dedede, a patient game, throw out some Gordos. No, it was going in the entire time.
I think for me, it's just interesting to see how Dedede and Bowser Jr., two characters that you often don't see in a tournament setting. I mean, they definitely get the boost from that Wi-Fi just because of their moveset, but of course, you got to adapt well in Wi-Fi setting, and of course, you got to adapt to what your opponent does. So let's exactly speaking of adaptation, we're going to see how they adapt in game number 2 here.
Absolutely. We saw the close game all around, and it was really that sneaky last hit that just pulled through that really gave him the cost there, but I don't think Zagg's going to fall for that one yet again, although he does take it back to town and city.
Interesting run back right here. I feel like this is a situation where you feel like the stage didn't really matter in the long run. I mean, Zagg, I'm pretty sure, appreciates the smaller blast ones a bit, especially as someone like Dedede who has a lot of horizontal knockback moves. So taking it back here, not the biggest surprise. Of course, we're going to have to see exactly what adaptation he's going to make right here.
So now we're seeing a bit of a neutral pace now, just kind of trading hits, nothing crazy like we saw in that first game, and it's like, that's a little bit of methodicalness from these guys. I mean, you can't expend all your energy like that, but again, as we mentioned before, this is the last possible match they can have to make it into the top 16 for tomorrow. So yeah, you gotta imagine, they're getting everything they have. This is the last match they gotta play today. They gotta make it count.
good air dodge right there from the back air, and now he's going to get a grab and find himself off stage again. Zagg finally making it back to stage, and despite the neutral being a little bit different, the percent range is still very much even, and he's going to barely survive that jab, but oh, this might do it. Yes, good, amazing edge guard right there from Lem, using exactly what the Koopa Kid has off the Mecha Koopa into the back air. Good stuff right there.
I did not even see that cannonball come into effect at all. I don't know, these guys just plan their stuff perfectly, follows it up with an up air again, keeping it super close. I love how Dedede always lands with that neutral B, which did get buffed recently, so definitely a huge asset tool he can have at his disposal right now.
I mean, I'd expect to see a little bit more here. You gotta remember, it also reflects those projectiles. The Cannonball, the Mecha Koopa, both projectiles that Bowser Jr. loves to take advantage of, so you gotta really watch out for that inhale right there. Oh, he almost did it right there on the Cannonball, but just barely avoided it, and now the percent range is starting to look a little more even. That is really the name of the game so far right now, Hermit.
Absolutely, like honestly, we're at each other's throats right now. And what I like what he's doing with that cannonball, as you mentioned before, the reflector, he's kind of doing like a little jump just so it's above his mouth so that he can't reflect it. Those are like a specific like character like analysis traits you gotta do.
Well, right now we're seeing such a back and forth right now. Zagg with a 20% lead right now, but finding himself in an offstage position, and that's where we've seen Lem take full advantage of that. But that F smash, very deceptionally fast.
Yeah.
And he's gonna just run straight off with the side B, and that's some roadkill right there. Zagg losing his second stock. Oh boy.
Yeah, nothing against Zagg there. Who would have saw that coming? Like, that was, usually people set up a ledge guard kind of situation. This guy let off. There's no way you could have read that. But again, like just as before, as he lost that stock, he takes it right back. Zagg, never good at getting under pressure. Like, he's able to bring it back, stay calm, collect it, and look at this, another tie game we have right now. This is honestly not even a match of percentage. You just see stocks flying at any given point, as we might see right here. It's just carrying off.
My goodness, these combos, man. What am I saying right now? The up B barely gonna avoid it with that air dodge right there, and he's finding trouble getting back to the stage right now. This is looking really one-sided despite what the entire match would say. He's going for the nair. The up B is not going to catch him. And Zagg still trying to find a way back to legend. There we go. But Lem is continuing to put up the pressure.
Insane, especially the offstage pressure from Lemmy. Against Dedede, who has multiple jumps, you think he wouldn't want to challenge him offstage. This man has no fear right now, and a tremendous lead right now, but still, Zagg, can he bring it back one more time? No, the
oh my goodness, the snipe, good DI right there. Just barely gonna live it, but another snipe with the cannonball, and Zagg is gonna go down in game number 2. That's a 2-0 victory for Lem. Oh my goodness, that was such a high pace, fast action third stock. You didn't even get a chance to breathe if you were Zagg right there. You were just pretty much off stage 90% up there. So good stuff right there, showing exactly what Bowser Jr. has to offer.
Absolutely, the pressure that he was exerting, especially like off stage, on stage, anywhere he was, like I've never seen a Bowser Jr. just do that. Like he was looking at like Meta Knight at one point with those up airs, just juggling him across stage. I was waiting for an up B to come out, reminiscent of Meta Knight himself. But yeah, really well played.
Well, we're gonna see the replays right here with the Red Bull replays in just a second. See exactly how fast, because you know what, it was a blink and you missed a moment, so you gotta really watch carefully exactly what happened right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of impressive moments, and no doubt this is the very first thought, setting the pace as what would be an insanely quick matchup right now. But Zagg was never out of it completely, always bringing it back in a big way, just a dash back. And so, like I said, the percentage did not matter.
It was a game of trading stocks back and forth right here. I mean, you see a lot of scenarios where they are trying to edge guard each other, and then immediately, right away, they try to get the stock right back without much of a percent difference. I mean, look right here. Zagg gets that side B, but Lem gets the side B right back, 39% to his name, and then again, continuing his percent lead with that up B and closing out game number 1.
Absolutely. It just looked like a match where they were just trying to one-up each other each time, like just trying to make their own highlight reel in a single match. That was, again, that match was so beautiful with that cannonball. Never saw that coming. The setups from Bowser Jr., obviously a character not really seen very much, who can definitely take a lot of people off guard. Even the commentators themselves not used to seeing this.
But then you see right here, oh my goodness, that was probably the biggest stock of the entire set right there. The side B just right off, no fear, get that stock up. But of course, Zagg showing no fear himself, immediately retaliating back. And right there, I think he might have gone for a suicide play right there with that neutral B, trying to get him under the stage. But of course, it didn't matter in the end. Lem with the double snipe to close things out in the set.
Because this is an absolutely excellent display of characters, again, that we don't see very often. It's nice to see these Wi-Fi tournaments come out where you see these characters pop up. Like, again, you wouldn't